Alright, so it's July, it's hot, nothing else to do. So what we're going to do is get ready for bow fishing. So we're going to turn this duck boat that I've put hydroturf in, and mainly I fish and duck hunt out of it. We're going to turn it into a bow fishing rig, cheap and affordable. So first thing, ordered 2 of these Nylite LED bars off Amazon. They were, I think, 30 bucks a piece. I think one of them I got the wiring harness. Don't even know if I'll need that. So they came in at, you know, 70 bucks by the time you taxed everything. So 2 of these. A stick of, I tried to get aluminum, but aluminum was a lot more expensive, so I just got steel. Stick of this flat steel. We're going to make a bracket out of this that will attach to the accessory rail, so our lights will attach to that. We also got one of these so we can power it from the 12-volt cigarette lighter, so we're not hardwiring in anything. We can take all this out real quick and easy when it comes time to go duck hunting. Alright, so while we're waiting on the paint to dry on our bracket mount, we're going to make the accessory rail mounts that go on the accessory rail for that edge boat there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 1/4 inch 20 bolts. I think they're 1 inch long. I bought these at Ace Hardware, they're cheap. Some wing nuts to go on them. We're going to grind down part of this head so that it looks like this. This one actually is a little too far ground down. It doesn't hardly bite, so that's why I'm not using this one, but you'll get the idea of what we're kind of just doing. It's not fun. It's probably the least fun part of this. You're gonna have to actually take these bolts and use this grinding wheel to knock that down. You need to wear eye protection. I'm gonna use a pair of pliers as much as I can to hold them so I'm not touching them with my hand. Either way, I'm going to use gloves. I'd use leather gloves, but I don't know where my leather gloves are, so I'm using these chemical gloves. It's going to get hot. I recommend having some water to drop them in. Once they get hot, you can drop them in there and then work on the next one. And then you're not getting your fingers roasted off. But I'm going to need 4 of them, 2 for each light. So if they'll fit in here, we're good. You just want to put that flat part down and kind of tilt that up. That one fits good. So that one's good. Flat part of the bottom, put that lip in there. I might have gone a little too far on that one. It's close. We might make that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the hole in the bottom of these. That is where the 1/4 by 20 inch, 1 inch long bolt that holds it to the accessory rail is going to go. So I've got a drill bit that fits the size of that. That's just perfectly snug. It's not going to have any wiggle for it or anything, so it should be tight. Put it on this drill press, and we're going to punch some holes in it. Alright, so the holes now, the 1/4 by 20 bolt head will go through them. They're all pretty much the same. I don't think we had too much of an issue on the press. So now we're going to look at where the hole for the actual light will go. So when this is on here, this is on here, bolted in. Where will this bolt go? It's hot. We've got 1.5 inches of the light bar that's going to stick up. Good, so we come straight from the top. So we've got about 1.5 inches of this section right here of the light bar, and we need it to be on the top of bees. So what I'm probably going to do, we're going to line the top of the light bar mount with our metal mount, and I'm going to put just a hole, put a dot here, and then move that over so that I can line that up, so that all of this is touching, and then our hole is actually centered, so that we can go line straight up just like that and mount it on the boat. It's about to put a mark at the center of that hole. I'll use a straight edge to make it all the way across, and then we'll, it's not super crucial because it is going to just be a circle. So now in the center of that, we're going to put the hole for the light mount. The bolt, this is the bolt for the light mount. It's a bigger diameter, so we're going to need a bigger drill bit. Alright, so here's our mounts we made. We've got about $8, maybe 9 or 10 if you want to count the paint in it. See how they work. Alright, so I've got the bolts through here. I've got to tighten them up. Got both of them in. So then I'll mount them on the outside of the boat and put the accessory rail mount on the bottom. So I'm just going to tighten these up. Things on there good. I can't budge it, so I may put some lock washers in between that so they won't loosen up driving down the road, but that thing's on there good, not going anywhere. I can adjust these and angle it down a little more so it's in the water. Kind of just depends on what it looks like when it gets out on the water. I got the wire on this side, the other. So one light bar's up. We got another one put on, and then it's time to wire it. So same process as we did with that one. Mount this one. Alright, so this came with one of the light bars. I made sure to get one of them. Has a relay on it. This would go to your battery normally, but I'm going to chop these off and it will go to this. We use a cigarette lighter as our battery, so we'll wire that up, and then it has a switch, so we can mount this somewhere and turn the power on and off to the light bar. And then the other end, it comes with both connectors for the actual light bar. So all we got to do is put the male end connector for the light bars on the bar itself, and then we'll just have these ones plugged straight in there. Be an easy wiring install.